Hey, what's up everybody? It's MrScaryMuffin here with another Thoughts Talk and TF2. This week I got a couple of things to share with you. First of all, this weekend, this Mother's Day in fact, it's going to be my birthday. I am turning the big 30. I'm going to be 30 years old, which is probably easily maybe double some of your ages out there who are watching this video, and if not, it's double your conscious. If you think about, like, you don't really remember much when you're 6 or younger kind of thing. So if you're graduating from high school right now, you'd be 12, and me, I would have had 24 years of conscious like memory, in which case my conscious experience lifetime is double yours still. I'm just basically twice as old as people is what I'm saying. But it's kind of interesting because even though I am 30, I only recently got in my life into a place where I'm very happy and very satisfied where I am at. And I think I feel very lucky that I even got here in the first place. And for those of you guys who are graduating this summer, you know, looking forward to college or post-secondary education, or even just looking for jobs or just looking at the future kind of stuff, it's very scary. It's very exciting for sure. But at the same time, I can understand if people feel a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous about what's coming up in the future, because really, at this point, once you get out of high school, you don't have anybody guiding you. You go into university, and there's this like, you can learn anything you want, you can be anything you want, but what do you actually want to be? And a lot of times people are pushing you to go be a lawyer, or be an accountant, or be a doctor, or be an engineer, that kind of stuff, and you kind of wonder, like, what do I really want out of my life? Myself, I went into university and I didn't really know what I wanted to study. I studied basically everything I thought I would be interested in. I came out and I really didn't have anything to speak of to my name, like in terms of what I can offer for a job. And I was kind of lucky to get work into marketing. Got myself doing some freelancing for writing, all that kind of stuff, and I just gradually worked myself to where I am today. I guess what I'm trying to say is that people don't really know what they're doing. You're not going to be like one day turning 30 like me and suddenly go, oh, I know exactly what I should be doing with my life, or I've gotten my shit all together and now I am going to, be coasting for the rest of my life. Nobody ever actually gets to that point. Even right now, although as I said, I'm satisfied where I'm at, I'm going to be a dad soon. This is the other big news that I was going to tell you guys, is that I announced it on Twitter, in case anybody follows me on Twitter, that I'm going to be a father come October. Jasmine is currently 15 weeks pregnant, and I am excited and nervous, but I know for a fact that I won't know what I'm doing. And I'm okay with that, because I know that nobody really knows what they're doing. Even people who think they know what they're doing don't really know what they're doing, especially when it comes to something like raising a child. I can have all these plans, and I do have all these plans and ideas of how I'm going to raise this kid in my head, but ultimately I know that a lot of it is not going to fall through, and a lot of it is going to be ad hoc. I'm just going to make it up as I go, and I'm okay with that, because I understand that's the way things should be. It makes life more interesting for sure, and as long as I let it go, I would feel a little less anxious, a little less nervous about it, and enjoy the ride, basically, is what I'm saying. And so for those guys who don't really know what you're doing out there, don't even know if what you're studying is actually what you want to do, that kind of stuff, or if you don't even know what you're going to do in the summer, like, should I to summer school, or should I get a summer job, that kind of stuff. For those guys who don't know what you're going to do, like, don't worry about it. Nobody really knows what they're doing. But I will give you guys a couple of keys to success, or ideas, or things that you should keep in mind if you guys want to improve yourself, right? First of all, over the summer, make sure you guys are sleeping well. And it's becoming more and more important to me as I'm getting older. 30, of course, is not that old. I always look at somebody like Mukake or Flusemaker, if you're watching this, and I'm like, well, at least I'm not as old as they are, kind of thing. But sleep is very important. Make sure you guys get your 8 hours, because it would just make you feel very fresh, and it would make you feel very energized. When you don't sleep, you feel like eating junk food, you feel like being lazy, that kind of stuff, and it doesn't really make for a very productive behavior and mannerisms. So you want to make sure you get your sleep, so that's out of the way. You want to stay healthy, you know, do a little bit of exercise, keep your body working right so that you feel good. And then that'll allow you to do things, right? Even like esports, video gamers kind of stuff, they need exercise so that their body feels well for them to keep playing these games. Is actually pretty important. In that kind of vein, go outside, get outside and meet people. You're never going to be successful without knowing some people. You need to know people, because the more people you know, the more likely they're going to share with you when these special opportunities arises. A lot of things are about getting lucky, but you have to put yourself in a position where you can get lucky. Luck is not just going to fly out of the window and hit you in the head like a brick, right? You have to put yourself in positions where you can get lucky. It's your play to your odds, and you want to play to your outs, and you want to increase those chances as much as possible. And part of that is getting outside and getting to know a lot of different people in all sorts of places. And that way you can spread your webs out and get acquainted with people who are in fields that you want to get into, kind of stuff, or have similar interests as you. Right? You want them to know how awesome you are so that they can advocate for you when the time comes. And recently I put up this advice actually on Twitter, and I said, set your clocks at home to be fast and set your clocks in your car to be slow. That way you leave your home early, but you drive like you have a lot of time. And I was actually ruminating on this in my head a little bit, and I realized that this doesn't just apply to driving safely and getting to places on time. It also can be applied to a lot of things. Get started on your projects or your dreams early. Get started right now, in fact. But enjoy the journey of that project. Take your time with that project. So if you have a project that you want to do, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should wait. Oh, I'm too busy right now, that kind of stuff. I mentioned this with my scheduling thing. Just do it right now. Just get going with it and keep going at it and take your time with it, you know? Just let it bask and slow roast into tenderness, but, you know, get going with it and keep at it. I think those are the two most important things. As they say, the 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step, kind of thing, right? The hardest part to break out of procrastination is just plain getting started. And if you guys can get to that point where you get started on something, then you can enjoy yourself working on this stuff, and you'll feel a lot better about it. And I'm going to use this kind of idea myself and get going on a couple of projects that I've been sitting on and going like, oh, I should wait for the perfect time, etc., etc. And I realize now, with a child on the way, I probably will never have time. And so what I need to do, like I said before, is to make time. And of course, I don't know everything, right? I have to also work at these things. I also have to try to trick myself as well, and I have to remind myself a lot of times to do a lot of these things. And so I will be, and as I'm doing it, I will also share with you guys, and I hope you guys will kind of come along with me on the journey. Anyways, for those of you guys who already send me your well wishes and congratulations on Twitter, I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for all that. For those of you guys who are wishing me happy birthday, also thank you. If you guys haven't wished me or said congrats, be sure to do so in the comments below. I will read them. Thank you very much. And if you guys have an idea for a topic next time, let me know in the comments below. And of course, I am still looking for people to do thumbnail art. I think only Jevin really jumped onto that himself. I've just been randomly looking up Google images for the random art that I've found here. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Take care.